In 2291, in an attempt to control violence among deep space miners, the new Earth government legalized no-holds-barred fighting. Liandry Mining Corporation, working with the NEG, established a series of leagues and bloody public exhibitions. The fight's popularity grew with their brutality. Soon, Liandry discovered that the public matches were their most profitable enterprise. The Professional League was formed. A cabal of the most violent and skilled warriors in known space, selected to fight in a grand tournament. Now it is 2341. 50 years have passed since the founding of Deathmatch. Profits from the tournament number in the hundreds of billions. You have been selected to fight in the Professional League by the Liandry Rules Board. Your strength and brutality are legendary. The time has come to prove you are the best. To crush your enemies. To win the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and live with the semifinals, the last decider to send whoever wins this to finals between Amped Up and Upgrade. We are just waiting for a minute. It seems that the match is not hosting properly, and my guess is Fantasy has now logged in as admin and is killing everyone else's instance because you can get bent. This is semifinals. We've got a match to pay. Although apparently he is kind, doesn't kill the 1v1 ICTF on Woot. Very, very nice of him. But we are going to get a rehost. Obviously, I think somehow there were too many hosts, too many whatever you call it. And we are just waiting a second here to get into the match and finally get a load in. Just give me 1 second. Just getting a last couple of things done here. Anyways, we have our map list for you today. We'll be loading in, starting off on ranking. Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Mutate team skins, get this fixed to red and blue. And also, 1 second. Gotta remember to stop use the other alt for you guys so you don't hear my Discord mute notification going off 8 million times. But as we have the last little bit of technical work done, for the most part, we have these 5 maps for you today. Assuming we get to all of them, this is a best of 5. Hopefully the last semifinal we saw went all the way to 5 maps. But for this one, we have Rankin, Pending, Super Phantasmic, Quest, and then our final 5th map would be Remedy. Oh, gotta turn down my own system volume. Have it played up for myself, hear all those glorious Elim footsteps, but you guys only just need the tacit sounds. You don't need to have your eardrums blown out to listen to a match. But we should have a very good one for you here. Very delayed, but the trash talk has been immense. Smalls has ego, has filled up massively. He is ready to win the league, but we will see. He has to get past the equally trash talking Fantasy, who believes that Liandry is the stronger division. We will see if he can prove that thesis correct here today. Got his work cut out for him. However, he does have probably the best number 2 in the league. Corral playing at a 3.5 PPR pace so far. He has been fantastic. Fantasy himself almost 4. We have a ready question mark going out. We are about to jump into this. If you are not in here, get in here. If you If you know your UT playing friends are not in here, get them in here. Have everyone watch. We are getting the countdown to the start of the final semifinal for the UT4 Fall Elim League hosted by UTPugs between Amped Up and Upgrade. We are going in. We have the last countdowns, the last 3, 2, and 1, and we are in, and we are on, and we will be on board with Fantasy the moment we can get in here. And we start off with the man himself, the man that the Hispanic community calls the Godfather. He is the man who is running Unreal Tournament for more or less at this point. And his team is going to start off holding minigun, and Fantasy landing a couple shots, taking a little bit of damage himself. His team has decided we are going to hold minigun. We are going to get damage out onto Stone Cold, and they do even up. It is currently 3 versus 3, and Special One taking down Fantasy, and now Headcase and Ralph last 2 alive. And Ralph is quite strong, but Special One about the same. Headcase, lowest HP in the server, running directly into 2 people. Great rockets from Headcase. Fantastic idea. Special One had no idea what hit him. Oh, Headcase misses the combo. Would have killed Special One. Unable to connect. Headcase there. He had Special One dead to rights instead. Stone Cold takes him down, but it is now Ralph versus Stone Cold. And they know where each other is. They are looking. It is 30 to 9 HP. This is for round 1 of Rankin. And Stone Cold gets Ralph. Takes him down. 9 HP to his name. And we're going to go on board. Give Stone Cold the follow here. And he's going to look around. Give him a little bit of time here, but he is not really seeing anyone. Looks like Shills is, though, directly fighting Fantasy. And Shills getting, I think that was 135. I think he hit him 3 times. My counting may be wrong here. Not focused on that right now. But Fantasy pushes Chills, takes him down. And now Stone Cold gets just flacked by Headcase. And now Special One and Smalls. And Special One missing the combo would have done tons of damage to Ralph there, and goes down, and Smalls last alive, and he goes down the moment we get to him, and ties up the match 1 round apiece. And Smalls currently is looking like he's leading his team by a lot. It is early. PPR numbers do lie. Early rounds, not a large sample size. But Smalls getting right in on Fantasy, hitting 90, and I think that was a no-reg, unless it just missed him, but he goes down to a combo, gets absolutely obliterated. And we will go on board with Chills if we can. And he's trying to land some sniper shots, but kind of in a vulnerable position here. Thankfully, Fantasy loading rockets doesn't drop down and see him, and now he's fighting Chonga. Chonga's with the combo, takes down Chills. Chills walks right into that. Chonga, very good awareness. And now Special One. We have seen him last man stand a decent bit, but can he do it here? Can he get it? No, he cannot. Goes down pretty easily. And, okay, Headcase. Headcase currently leading his team. We're going to go on board. And he's looking. Somebody goes down early, and now Headcase, and I couldn't tell you it was with Chonga, but now Headcase is alone fighting 3. He gets 2 of them. Headcase, he is on one right now. He has taken his Fantasy typing baited. I wonder what happened. But Stone Cold and whoever else is alive, Ralph. Headcase kind of needs to be able to reposition here, get that health and jump up, get into a spot where he is able to actually, he's just, and now Stone Cold actually is alone, able to take down whoever else was still alive for Smalls' team and for Amped Up, and Stone Cold taking down Ralph. Headcase and Stone Cold in the 1v1. Headcase 10 HP, Stone Cold has 80, does survive a snipe, does not survive a headshot. shooting a rocket. Does he even have sniper ammo left? He does not, but it's not going to matter. Headcase only has 10 HP. This is going to be very difficult for him to come back. And Stone Cold smartly going to go down, grab the HP. He doesn't know how much damage, he doesn't know how weak Headcase is, but he hears him. He knows that he's down there and just holds the angle. IG players, gonna IG, just hits the shot in the only place where Headcase could possibly be. And great round out of, oh, looks like Chills is going to get aggressive, come right into Chonga, and then back off, takes the snipe at the back end of it, but does get the headshot onto Chonga. Fantastic shooting out of Chills right now. Unfortunately. And gets right into Ralph's face, gets a flak on him, but unable to connect on the second one, and now Chonga's right behind him, but Chills smartly turns around and takes down Chonga, and Ralph is getting into some stuff here. He goes down almost immediately, and then Fantasy, last alive, 3v1. Gonna have to try and connect this, cannot connect it. Special One takes him down. That was gonna be hard anyways. Chills, Smalls, both above sniper HP. And we'll go back on board. Well, actually, we'll go with Special One. We have not seen him start off a round yet. And he lands the early shot onto Ralph there. Great work out of him so far. Both teams just kind of poking and prodding early rounds for the most part. No one really wants to get too aggressive here and eat a lot of damage pushing into 3 of the enemy team. But now Fantasy taking down... Oh, that was dangerous. He jumped in there. He still doesn't even survive a snipe. He's got to try and get up on this. Get damage out. I feel like that was a no-reg. And Special One taking down Headcase has Chonga right in front of him too. But they're able to take him down. Ralph now last alive at Amp. He's got to try and stay alive here. 10 HP. He is not looking good for him. Stone Cold does survive a snipe. They take him down. Pincer him in basement. And now 4-2 in favor of Amped Up. And we'll go back on board with Smalls. He's currently leading his team 3.1 PPR. Absolutely doing fantastic work so far at carrying Amped Up to a lead in the first match on Rankin. Or first map, I should say, on Rankin. And Smalls now rolling around the basement. I don't know what happened there with Chonga. Looked like he rocketed himself, but I don't think that's what happened. But Fantasy pushing Smalls from the side, but Fantasy's trapped at Belt, but 2 are down at Rockets. And Fantasy's going to push in here. Going to get those jump boots, and we know that Fantasy can start Goomba stomping. Chills with the great combo, though, and takes down Fantasy. But Lee goes down himself, and now Special One is last alive. He's got Headcase chasing him. Headcase smartly times the combo, doesn't eat it, and able to take down Special One and bring it back to a 4-3. Headcase is still leading. We're going to go on board with him. Like, I mean, he's playing fantastically so far right now. And, I mean, this man is proving that just because you're low salary doesn't mean you can't absolutely help carry your team. He's going to take a lot of damage off of Chills, get right in his face, and Chills just get one of those two needs to just shoot a combo. If he's fighting not you, just combo him in the back, take the self damage, like take out Chills. They're currently fighting 2v1 on Special One here, and Headcase has just amazingly survived for so long with so little HP, but unable to get the damage out. But now Ralph, very stacked, huge combo onto Smalls, hurts him a lot, and both takes down Smalls, makes this a 1v1 Special One, does die to a snipe, no he doesn't. I cannot math, your caster cannot math, but he gets him to 5 HP, he is so low. Ralph has an overwhelming health advantage, takes down Special One, and I mean, just, Jesus, man, that is 4-4, and we're going to stay on board with Ralph. He is hitting hard right now. Head glitching over at the minigun. Somebody's actually, like, actively in engagement. Fantasy and Chills. I couldn't swap to them fast enough. I was trying to take a drink, and Chills runs directly into Ralph. Not exactly what you want, but Ralph gonna go pick up this health pack and flank, get a nice damage onto Smalls, but takes some himself. He's doesn't survive a snipe, crucially, but Stone Cold is currently a last alive against 3. Headcase has 4 PPR coming out of Smalls. I mean, the man is currently ranking up, if you know what I mean. And Stone Cold, they're finally going to jump on him with Link. Changa saying, enough of this. I'm just going to put you in the grave. No funny business. I mean, Ralph, Headcase, like, both these guys are absolutely on fire right now. I mean, Headcase just let a pug. Who is at his PC? Check the user. Who is piloting this man? He is playing phenomenally right now. And right now, though, Upgrade going down player here, and they're on Headcase's case, and they take him down. And now it's, I mean, Chonga's currently got the people on him. Fantasy getting a good flank, but Chonga might not be able to survive. It goes down, and Fantasy was taken out on the back end of that. 5-5. We have a nail biter here. Fantasy kind of underperforming. Ralph and Shills starting off, like, I think Shills getting the better, landing another snipe, but at least this time Ralph able to return. Oh, so Ralph was so close on that combo. Could have absolutely annihilated a special one. Instead, he goes down. And now it is Chonga and Headcase. Now just Headcase. He is at 27 HP too. His name goes down. And now it is 6-5 in favor of Amped Up. And, I mean, you know what? We're going to go on board with Smalls. Huge anti-combo on Fantasy. The moment that we start looking to him, Fantasy's got to be fuming about that one. Never a big fan of anti-combos, but he eats one directly to the face. Yeah, but Fantasy able to survive, take down Smalls. And now Chills and Stone Cold running for their lives in the 3v2, but they are both fully healthy. They haven't even taken a single point of damage yet, and they take down Ralph, and now it is just Chonga and Fantasy. Fantasy does die to a snipe. If they know that, they should get their sniper rifles out, but Chonga is going to get right in on Shills, and Shills just takes Chonga's soul. And now Fantasy, but Fantasy able to get the return. It is 1v1. I can't swap. What am I doing? I can't hit buttons. And Chills taking down Fantasy and making it 7-5. Holy moly. Fantasy's come up, but Headcase has slowed down massively. Not exactly what you want. I mean, from what I can see so far, well, I guess it worked there. Fantasy but, I mean, he doesn't even survive a beam. He should have left that health pack. I mean, they're not going to shoot mini this early in the round at you, probably. 30 HP, he basically dies to anything. I don't agree with that health pack choice. He's moving, he hears Stone Cold. He has to know. He has to know. With Stone Cold perfectly somehow avoiding this. And Stone Cold, like, I don't know how he didn't hear him. He was shooting at you. It is now Special One in the 3v1. Cannot hit numbers on the keyboard. Trying to get there as soon as possible. And Special One sees Headcase, misses the combo. Just Euro ping things there. And now he's taking some incremental damage. They know where he is. They're beautiful combo out of Ralph. Ralph takes down Special One. Absolutely. Ends his life. Brings it back to a 7-6 here. And we're going to give Chills the early round here, although he's not looking like he's fighting anyone. Smalls and Fantasy about to look at each other here. They're going to shoot the peak shots, and Wayward Core hitting Smalls. 45 to the face, but he's going to rotate, help Chills out here. I mean, he knows where his bread is buttered. Chills and him are going to be the carries for this team. They're going to try and help each other as much as possible. And they now have Fantasy and Chonga in a very odd man situation. 4v2. Fantasy getting a lot of damage out, but going down in return. And now 8-6, Amped Up, taking a 2-round lead late in the game. And Fantasy and Chills are going in on each other. I mean, this is a close one. This is almost a must-win round for Upgrade. They can't afford to lose it, and they do have the man advantage. Pushing into the mini area. Fantasy, great infiltration, but Special One waiting for him. And almost, that flak ball was so close to him. I don't think he realized how close. Maybe he did. But Holy Bull, and he goes down. It is now up to Ralph and Headcase to win this 3v2. And they're just, Ralph is getting pushed down. Absolutely, like, cornered at Amp. And Headcase goes down not long after. 9-6 now. Okay, Captain Smalls, this is the round for you. You could potentially win here. Map 1 round 4 amped up. And Smalls and Fantasy are once again facing off at the start of the round, but Smalls going to back up. Special One going to push forward. And Ralph, he does that head glitch under Mini, and it looks like a bug, and Smalls absolutely gets eliminated by head cases. But Stone Cold returns a headshot and a snipe. Stone Cold hitting 4 straight snipers. And Changa, if he could have comboed that, would have absolutely taken his life. I think that was a no-red grenade. I think that exploded on his face. And Stone Cold gets another headshot. And they are just chasing him. And he is alone to the world. Link going out 9-7. They need a 4-round comeback in order to try and win Rankin. And it begins with this man underperforming 2.9 PPR. Not where you need to be if you are attempting to carry your team as a $960, $70 player. But he has been picking it up. But Headcase has fallen off, which is wild that, you know, their early success in this map was predicated on Headcase just playing out of his mind to start with. And Fantasy getting some damage off, landing the shots he needs to, taking down Special One, going for the health pack. And now Smalls and Stone Cold stuck at Bio. And Smalls currently engaging, landing the nice snipe. Headcase takes down Headcase, but immediately runs right into Changa. Changa with the link gun out, getting his damage out. One primary wasn't going to be enough, but that secondary will. And now Stone Cold gets the headshot onto Fantasy. He could win that. I mean, it's going to be unlikely. Ralph is very healthy. They're not both going to miss. And there we go. And 9-8. Let's see if Chills can secure this map for his team. He's going to push to the flak connector and not find anything. Push over to Bio. And here, Changa loading rockets, gets the snipe. Beautiful. Another one. I mean, Changa, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And does not Elim special. Chills there, unable to trade his life. And now Chills is just going to push into Ralph. He has those boots. Chills and Smalls. Smalls 2 HP. But Headcase looks like he's low. And Chills now, last alive. Fantasy gets sniped. Chills getting the primary. Fantasy, they're landing another snipe. Fantasy 25 HP. Then Chills gets the double kill. Gets the teabag. Gets map 1 for his team. Takes them down. And that is a 10-8 victory in favor of Amped Up for map 1 on Rankin. We'll be going to pending next, but Chills 3.3 PPR, Smalls 3.1 PPR, absolutely doing the work for their team. Changa only getting 1.7 PPR, not what his team needed. They needed a bit stronger performance out of him. That man has top damaged some pugs, but come match time, he is definitely feeling the burn. Underperforming Headcase, who started off 4 PPR, absolutely needed it. Chills needs water. I need water too. Like, Jesus. I've got a... Screaming your lungs out at a hockey game, not exactly the greatest for the voice. Need the water to recover. And Pending, I feel like, has to go Upgrade's way, and this is one of Chill's better maps. I don't know how Special One is. I mean, I know this map should slightly help them. They might be able to isolate Stone Cold, since he is a sub and not the normal player. But we have readies. We're getting into the map. We have the final countdown. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. We're going to be on board with Chills round 1, and he was the man who secured the victory for Amped Up last map. And can he get them started in the right direction on Pending? And he's going to play U-Haul to start with. And not going to push him too hard right now. Runs into Fantasy and has Chonga right behind him. Chonga missing the shots. Lands the flak ball though, and we now have Special One and Stone Cold, but Special One able to take down Fantasy, make this a 2v2, starting off, and Chonga camping the health pack. He is actually the last one alive for his team. Didn't notice when his teammate went down. Don't know what Chonga was doing there. I mean, I guess trying to see everything, but it did not work for him as Special One takes him down. And Ralph must have had a early round jitters, went down very quickly there. 1 second. And we're on board with Special One at least for now. Don't know if I'm lagging or what. And Fantasy takes down Chills, but goes down himself. But that means, why can I not move? Sorry, the game was borked, couldn't swap. But Fantasy is starting off hot right now. 4.5 PPR, and I don't know why I opened up the... But whatever. Fantasy going in, getting a lot of damage out, but taking some there, and Special One at boxes. Somebody up at 50. All of Upgrade is in one small little tight area around Pillar here. I mean, they're holding hands, but they're losing positioning on the map. But I guess it does not matter, as now you've got Special One last alive, and takes down Fantasy, but goes down immediately after. And now 2-1. Fantasy and Ralph leading the way here. Chills 0.6 PPR. We watched him one round already. We'll go on board with Smalls here. Why is... let me know what you guys are feeling, because I'm feeling like I'm getting like feels like my game is a little choppy. Let me know if you guys are having any problems watching. But Smalls gonna push in here and flank, and Fantasy and Ralph are trapped in a corner. Fantasy last alive. I mean, I apologize, Smalls. You got the multi-kill. You got the double before I swapped to Fantasy and last alive, and you finished him off the moment I swapped to him. Absolutely fantastic play out of Smalls there. Apologize for missing the last one, but unfortunately you were not the last man standing for the enemy team. And Smalls getting in, going down, and what? Amped Up, dropping like flies, all at the same time, and Stone Cold. I will check net stats for a second here. Wow, I am getting some frame drops. Don't know why the hell that is happening. I'll turn this off. Apologize. Chills, you know, whatever. They had a round. It's 3-3, and we're going to ignore this for the rest of the round here and see what happens. You know what? We should be on. Let's go to Chonga's. Chonga hasn't gotten around, I don't think, at all. So we're gonna give him a round. It's still a little early before we get into the meat of this match. And him and Stone Cold are just fighting back and forth. And now Chonga and Chill's engaging a little bit. Chonga just... Chill's going down. And Stone Cold is still up at Nest. Smalls eating a big combo. Takes a lot of damage. Does take down... Fantasy, great snipe. Smalls somehow doesn't get flacked in the face, but Fantasy hits the slide, hits Smalls' body, opening him for a headshot. And now Stone Cold in the 2v1. Both players die to a snipe. That is somewhat crucial. They peek, but Ralph gets the better of the peaks, takes down Stone Cold, and puts Upgrade up by a round here. And we're going to go actually on board with Ralph. Start of this round. Haven't seen him yet this map. And Ralph, huge combo onto Smalls. Oh, if he'd hit that, Smalls would have gone down. And now special one right in front of Ralph. There's two people on Ralph. They take him down. Ralph was the last alive. Fantasy dying at almost the exact same time. And now, I mean, Stone Cold currently leading his team. But we're gonna go on board Smalls. Smalls takes early fights. So, I mean, great player to watch early rounds. And gets the 70 damage down, and he's going to shoot the huge combo onto Fantasy. The call for U-Haul and the shots coming out were obvious tells, and Fantasy takes a lot of damage. He's got to try and get out of there. He does, but he goes down to a Chills headshot almost immediately after. Oh, who was that? Chonga went up with rockets, and now Special One is on him at boxes. He's going down. Now it is Headcase and Ralph against Chills and Special One, and let's just put it this way. Upgrade is not the team with more health. Far, far, far from it. Headcase, the only player who's got any sort of stack to speak of, loses it all instantly. And now Ralph goes down, and now Headcase is all alone. Takes down Special One, but now he has to face a fully operational Chills, and Chills eliminates Headcase from the, galaxy. Millions of souls cried out and were suddenly silenced. Yada, yada, yada. And now Chills and Fantasy finding each other, but Chills deciding he doesn't really want to take that fight. Fantasy fighting Smalls, Smalls just runs into the core, avoids the big combo damage, and now Fantasy getting out some damage in return. Got to take notes here. These little crouch techs, the head glitching is fantastic. Need to be doing that. And takes down Stone Cold, and now Chills all alone. He is gonna get one, but can he get the next one? Gonna go down to basement. Easier to control where your enemies are coming from down there. But they do successfully pincer him, take him down, and we're going to give Headcase around here. 5-5. He's got time. He's going to get right in on Stone Cold, right in on Chills. Get the rockets out of Stone Cold are not something I was expecting to see. And Smalls and Stone Cold in basement taking a lot of damage. Headcase getting the kill, and now Special One alone, 7 HP, goes down to Ralph. And 6-5. Upgrade wants to win this map. They pretty much need to win this map. I mean, you do not want to go down 2-0 early on. You want to make sure if you're losing maps, you're at least trading. And Fantasy gonna, find nobody. And Chills running right into Ralph and Chonga. Gonna have a big I mean, well, I was hoping a big fight, but instead they just shoot projectiles and combos at each other. And now Chill's getting right in on Chonga, getting 2 full flaks, getting the primary. Chonga dropping like a sack of potatoes. And we now have Chills. He's last alive. They know where he is. Head case is on him. He's going to miss the flak. Hit the direct primary. Oh, he does 190 damage to Headcase, and it cannot finish him off. Headcase just has too much health. And Fantasy finding everybody shooting at Fantasy right now. Combo onto Chills. They could potentially take him out here. They're going to try and push him, but they're 2 U-Hauls, and they're going to hold, and Fantasy's going to back up, run right into Stone Cold. He's running for his life. They're going to be behind him. They're going to shoot him in the back. And now Headcase and Ralph in the 2v1. They're at 2v1. 2v3. And Headcase gets absolutely secured there, and a 1-round deficit now. We have been on Chills in a while. We're going to be on Smalls. He's facing down Fantasy. Fantasy's up at 50. That is one of his favorite spots on this map. He will be there most rounds if he can. And going to go down to Special One. But Special One goes down not long after. And Smalls eats the rocket out of Chonga. And Chonga just boot jumps. Well, I was going to say he just boot jumps to safety, but he boot jumps now to his death. And Smalls hitting Ralph there. And Ralph now alone dies to a snipe. They are on him. Unable to connect there. He needed that shot. Both players survive our snipe. He needed to get at least 1 shot off. And now they're on him. They secure Ralph. Secure the tie around 7-7. Can Fantasy turn his team's fortunes around? They had a 2-round lead. They have blown the 2-round lead. And now they need to take the lead here, get the lead back. And Special One going to eat a huge combo. I believe that was Spectator Bug. I believe that combo did connect in all of its massive damage glory. And, I mean, Small's able to take out Chonga, though, and get it back to parity, but Chills and Fantasy in each other's faces at U-Haul. Fantasy gonna eat. Fantasy hits the teabag Chills. Watch that one back, Chills. Eat your heart out. And we're gonna stick on board Fantasy here. Gonna run directly into 3 people, take 2 snipes, take 3 snipes. He's at 10 HP. If anyone is communicating on their team, they should have their miniguns out and just spamming them around corners, pushing this man until he dies. If he gets any damage out, he does not. Smalls takes him down. Smalls loading rockets. He's trying to Elim special. Just nearly misses Chonga there. And they're going to jump down, and Smalls gets shot behind. Took some damage there. Not quite sure what from. And now Amped Up has finally pushed it to a 2v3. Chonga able to get at least back to just a 1-man deficit. But him and Ralph are very split up, and they're chasing Ralph down. And Stone Cold is going to come over here and 1v1 Chonga, while the other two 2v1 Ralph. But Chonga somehow, slippery man, gets into position to try and help his teammate. But Stone Cold up at Nest. And they're just going to boot jump up from Smalls to Smalls. Shooting Chonga, predicting where he's going to be. Great instincts out of Smalls. Takes down Chonga. Secures another tie once again for his team. And Smalls headshotting Fantasy could barely see nothing but the whites of his eyes. And takes down Chonga. And now pushing Fantasy up U-Haul, fighting the battle. Fantasy slips out of there somehow, right around somebody else. And Smalls is a shark. He is in the water. He smells the blood. He's going to take, well, Fantasy's going to be taken down by his teammates, but they all work together, just circle him. And now Headcase and Ralph go down, and now Amped Up takes a 1-round lead with 1 round left to go for them. Now Upgrade needs to win 2 in a row. Can they do it? Fantasy directly in front. He's at 10 HP already. This does not bode well for Upgrade. Fantasy's got 10 HP. He's got to try and survive and get whatever damage he can out, but it is looking unlikely, and Chills takes him down. And now Ralph and Changa are in the 2v1, and they know Ralph, beautiful headshot onto Smalls. At least they are together. They're able to take out Smalls, but Ralph, 22 HP. He is not looking long for this world. Any little bit of damage will take him down. Special One just shooting flak, just trying to get whatever he can, and the flak ball connects. And they trade, but it does not matter. Amped Up taking the 2-1 lead in the match. Holy moly. I mean, they are... This is looking dire for Upgrade. I mean, they had the 7-5 lead, and they were only able to win 1 more round. 1 more the entire way. I mean, they had him. They had him exactly where they wanted them. They could have you know, they just had to kind of trade with them the rest of the way, and they would have been fine. But, you know, you need 3 rounds left to win, and in the next 6 rounds, you go 5-1. Not what you want to do.
3, 2,
and now
1.
it's are these players going to be okay? They do spawn despite looking dead in the pre-round matchup, and will be on board with Smalls as he lands 2 quick snipes, getting damage out for his team. And I mean, is Fantasy going to be feeling the pressure? It seemed like he was pushing on Pending, trying to make things work, and it was not. He was dying early, and he wasn't getting damage out for his team. Is this round going to be a little different? And now Chills, last alive. His team dropping very quickly there. Gets a nice flak ball out, but he is going to be... They know where he is. He's 15 HP in the house. Fantasy shooting the rockets. Chills, a great movement, but goes down. I don't know if he meant to be all the way up there, or if he was just trying to wall run and drop, but unable to do so. Headcase now goes down very early. We'll give Changa the round here. I mean, both these teams, the nature of this map lends itself to a lot of cross-map sniping at the start, at least so far from what we've seen. Both teams content just kind of to hold their space for the most part. Smalls going down, Changa getting the key snipe there, and Ralph is now, if I could swap, was forward. Fantasy 120. Changa, I mean, I swatch off Changa, and then he decides to push. Fantasy, huge combo on a Stone Cold, makes it a 1v1 against Special One. He just has to land a couple of shots here, and Special One now, not even one snipe though, will kill him. Now it will. Fantasy deciding to get the link into the high pinger's face and make him suffer, and I mean, you should get it out right now. Pulls out the hammer gun. I don't know if pulling out the hammer was what he wanted to do there, but it certainly ended up working. Just able to get the kill long term. Fantasy now trying to get aggro. Sees Chills. Everyone has Chills. Chills just slithers out the door. He was in a 4v1, unable to connect for upgrade that. Feels bad. Now Chills is all the way up top. Fantasy, great instincts. It jumps out of there before eating a huge combo out of Special One. I would definitely continue pushing onto Chills and eat the damage. And they take down Fantasy. And now Chills right in Ralph's face, but he goes down. And Smalls drops not long after. Special One in a 1v3 here. And he needs to try and get himself out of there. And he's going to go down. Link once again. And now it's 3-0. I would hazard a guess and say that Amped Up probably did not practice this. And Smalls now pushing forward. I mean, kind of... Looks like Fantasy is directly in someone's face here. I'm going to go, yeah, head case. Fantasy takes down Chills. Crap, I'm trying to get... Why can I not find the right button? I missed all of Fantasy, like, flying around the map there. Terribly sorry, guys. I had my hands on the wrong keys and just kept hitting the wrong button and then trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. Jesus. I mean, Fantasy just went ham there. I apologize for missing it. Two players down low. And this combo could be huge, but it's not. Instead, Fantasy eating 2 snipes. Good damage, but he's got everyone on his case. Smalls takes him down. Head case now alone. Is this going to be the first round that they're going to drop? And it is. Smalls and Chills up at around 3 PR. I mean, Fantasy, 3.5 PPR. They are so far... Oops. Not what I wanted. Smalls loading rockets. He could Elim special somebody here. Gets big damage. Gets Fantasy. Goodbye. Have a good one. See ya next time. Smell you later. And, like, they're just going ham right now. They are pushing in. They are getting everything. Shanga drops, like, almost immediately. Holy moly. That was a fast round coming out of... coming out of Amped Up. They took it to Upgrade, and now Chills landing good damage out. Headcase going down. Chills and Smalls working in a pretty good tandem here. Well, Smalls getting in, getting aggressive, getting the kill onto Ralph there. Man, this map changes on such a quick pace. It is hard to stay with the right person. You start seeing people going in, and actually I just noticed upgrade X-ray was not on. Why does it keep turning off? If anyone knows, let me know. Smalls goes down. Fantasy gonna get aggressive here. Gets the snipe out, but eats a lot of damage himself. Is he gonna use these boots? He's looking for it. I feel like he is looking to just get... directly gets the rocket, and now Chills alone at belt. They know where he is. They are just shooting at him. He is doing his best to play with the pillars, but that is not... You don't want to go in the airlift bounce pad, bouncy castle funhouse. Not exactly where you want to be. I think that was Fantasy going aggressive at getting in. And he's Smalls running directly in, gets some good chip damage onto him. And everyone's in each other's face. They're practically breathing down each other's necks. And Fantasy tries to weasel combo Smalls, but Smalls gets the right idea and gets out of there and takes down Fantasy. And now Ralph is alone. And Ralph getting Chills. Only silver lining, if he can find the right people, they're low, but unable to do so. Now, after taking a 4-0 lead, once again, Upgrade is only in a 1-round advantage. I don't know where I was there, but not with it. Stone Cold goes down in the 1v4. Very quick death there, and we'll be on board. Smalls, 2 people right in front of him, just unable to get any of the damage out, and Shills goes down to head case. Smalls is soon going to be... Smalls in Special One. Smalls last alive. Gets big flak out onto Fantasy, but he is getting chased down. Goes down. And there we go. You know, Upgrade able to bring it back. Ralph showing off the movement skills. Even at high ping, that man has got the fancy footwork. And he's now trying to snipe down Stone Cold. Great. I mean, this is actually a fantastic movement out of him. A lot of these would greatly reduce angles, but his team drops very quickly, and they all go down within a few seconds. And you know what? Chills, let's see it once again if you can carry your team. This is... I mean, he's got 2 people right in front of his face. And he and Fantasy are trading blows, and Headcase now drops right in front of Chills. Chills able to somehow, he had the help from his team, able to survive. And now Chills is going to be behind Ralph, get the headshot, get right on in him. But, I mean, Ralph goes down to Chills, and now it's Chills in Special One against Fantasy and Chonga. Fantasy, like, right across from Special One, low, he can survive a beam now. And Special One, last alive. He is 10 HP and a dream, and it is going to be hard. And Fantasy just flying through the air, no fear for his life whatsoever. Takes down, takes him down, and back to Fantasy. Gets right up in Chills' face, and they basically trade their health bars. Although Fantasy getting the worst of it. Great dodge there. Oh, I feel like Fantasy knew he had to move, but if he could have stayed for 1 second longer, he would have gotten an absolutely huge combo out onto Special One. But, I mean, Chills and Stone Cold now in the 2v3, and they have Chills down to 10 HP. They're going to take him down, but Stone Cold, he's alive. He's dead. And 9-5, Upgrade trying to bring back, you know, we'll go on board. Ralph. I mean, this is potentially the winning round for them, but they're trapped in house. They're all pretty hurt. Gets a good flak out, gets another good flak out. Potentially could have saved his team's chances, but he is going to go down. And now it is Fantasy. He is alone. He is against 2 people. And Stone Cold able to take him down. 6-9. And Chonga going down to look like a pseudo Elim Special Rockets. Chills. I mean, at least we can see all the action right now. Beautiful combo out of Smalls to kill Ralph. And gets another snipe down too. Fantasy taking damage, and it is now Fantasy, and it is now Headcase. And Headcase also dies. 7-9. We'll go on board Fantasy, start this round. Can Upgrade secure a map and at least prevent the clean sweep, and take it to another map, give themselves a chance at the comeback. Right now, they need to secure it. They've been blowing a couple rounds here. They had a 9-5 advantage. Fantasy getting aggressive here, going in, getting Stone Cold, and now trying to get Special One, unable to connect. Lands some damage on the Chill, or I don't know if that wasn't Chills. Don't know who I was looking at. unable to get the other. He's 10 HP. Ralph a little bit healthier. 3 players alive. And now it is just Ralph, and Ralph goes down to 9-8. Holy moly, are they going to blow another one? They are losing rounds here. They have lost 3 in a row. They better not make it 4 in a row. Their buttholes are clenched and tingling right now as they are getting nervous. They are blowing a 4-round advantage here. And one more, and they've completely blown it. But Chills, Chonga getting behind Chills, getting the rocket, getting a combo, but only chip damage. Looks like it should have been more, to be honest. But now Ralph goes in, takes down Chills. But, I mean, this is still anyone's map. Special One and Small's healthy, but Small's taking some damage there. Getting Chonga, though. Getting a good flak out, and now Ralph is the last one alive. He's got 3. This is winnable, but he's got to land the early damage. He doesn't. He can't get it, and it is 9-9. Holy moly. The buttholes are clenched and tight. We're going to go on board. We're going to see if Fantasy can try and secure this for his team. He's going to be feeling the pressure. He's going to take a lot of damage in the back there. And I think there's one behind him. If he's not careful, he could easily just get shot in the back. And able to avoid it, runs right into Chills, getting 100 damage, getting the kill. That is huge. But there's going to be one right to his Fantasy. He able to get out the damage, but now Stone Cold and Ralph in it's a 2. Make that a 1v2. Smalls now in the 1v2. Can he prevent? Can he absolutely break Upgrade's hearts? He cannot do it. And Upgrade able to get around. Holy moly, they almost blew the 4-round advantage. Able to secure it. Absolutely clutch round out of Fantasy, out of Core Ralph. I mean, holy moly. That was everything we could have hoped. I mean, Fantasy had like a dream, a sliver of HP, able to get Chills 170 spike damage. Holy, I cannot believe what I just saw. That was fantastic. And we're going to go on to Quest. This is Chills' favorite map. Or, well, I don't know if it's his favorite map, but it is definitely one of them. Not as sure about Smalls. Stone Cold, I don't know how everyone else feels about this map on Chills' team. I know Chills loves it. And we got a quick restroom break, so gonna be 10 seconds or so. Go pee if you can. Oh, I mean, this should be a good one. I mean, everyone on Upgrade is a UT4 player that's played this map hundreds of times. And Fantasy, I think, is pushing his heart out. He keeps going in early every round. He's being the plus W warrior for his team, and he's just eating so much damage. He's not getting any of those last man standing situations that he is fantastic at. And this is gonna, I mean, I feel like Pending almost had to go Upgrade's way, and they needed to win in 4, because I think, I mean, just my senses tell me that Remedy as the last map is going to favor, Amped Up a lot more than it's gonna favor Upgrade. It's gonna be an uphill battle for them, but we've got Quest ahead of us that should be a good one. And we have the ready. We have the enter. We are going to be going into map 4. This is a semifinals. If Amped Up wins this map, they have punched their ticket to the finals. If Upgrade wins this map, they have punched their ticket to a map 5. And we are going to be in here in just a second, and we're going to go on board with Fantasy right in round 1. He is one of the heroes for his team last map, preventing it from ending in a sweep, but they almost blew a 4-round lead. They've been blowing leads left and right so far, getting out, starting strong, and then just not securing the finish on most of these maps. And Fantasy getting the shock bridge area, chills over at Cheese Grater, and Fantasy, what, did he just not see the guy below him, or he was very committed to getting Smalls there and decided to ignore Stone Cold, ignore the free health pack. Smalls says, am lagging, shots are delayed. You know, I didn't think about this in between maps. I'll try and get it in between rounds. Maybe, I think I have it on medium detail. Maybe if I get a little bit lower, it'll help a little bit. Once again, at the start of the map, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of frame lag, but the huge combo from Fantasy onto Chills. Chills returns with a little bit of chip damage. Fantasy, wrong gun out, man. If you had Flak out there right in Smalls' back, that could have been an easy kill, but instead he's going to fall right into Special One, go down. Try and see if this helps a little bit. And Chills now getting a headshot on Ralph, getting the kill onto Chonga, and him and Smalls splitting the health packs. Kind of smart, getting them both jump boots. And now Fantasy alone has to fully stack Chills right in front of him, unable to connect the second rocket. But Smalls dies to a sniper. That is crucial. Fantastic instincts out of Smalls there, and Fantasy both. Jesus, that was a round out of Smalls and Chills, and we'll go on board with Smalls here. Chills got the last one. I mean, Smalls getting the early damage here. Chills getting aggressive. Chills taking down Ralph. He's going to go and over this health pack. I don't wonder if his team realizes. Chonga does. Chonga and Chills trade. Chonga absolutely eliminates Chills there. And Smalls getting head case. Now, I mean, Chonga was in the 1v3, but he died quite quickly there. And start off with Smalls this round. 2 quick snipes onto Fantasy. Fantasy already 10 HP. Smalls correctly takes out the link gun, takes him down. He boots out a dodge and goes down to Chonga though. Headcase and Special One right against each other, and Ralph now, last hope alive, 10 HP. Chills takes him down. It is now 4-1, and Chills is showing, and okay, Smalls. Smalls is currently on one right now. He said he was lagging at the start of the map, round 1. That seems to have gone away. He seems to be hitting on all cylinders right now. Gets another 70 damage. Smalls loves this map just as much as Chills. I don't know if this was banned against them all year, but it looks like it probably should have been if it wasn't, as they are absolutely rolling Upgrade right now. And I know that Upgrade seems to like this map, but maybe they haven't performed well on it. I think the few times I have seen them, they haven't done well. And Chills going down, and now Stone Cold, low red, goes down. I mean, Chonga, what is Chonga doing? He is leading his team currently. I mean, maybe he's just being laid alive. I'm not sure. that was... Both teams kind of being boring right now. But Chills and Fantasy about to get into it here. And they 100... I mean, Fantasy landing some nice shots. He has to hear Special One. He sees like everyone on the enemy team just pops up in front of Fantasy. Fantasy goes down, and now Changa, last alive. He is last alive. He is last to die. Goes down, and okay. We'll give another round to. Actually, I mean, we got to start with these guys. They're starting off rolling. And just Smalls headshots Fantasy. Smalls, don't do it to him, my guy. Holy moly, Changa and Ralph now. I mean, it's gonna be Ralph alone. It is domination right now. Okay, we're gonna stick with Smalls. He is feeling it at the moment. Double headshotting Fantasy. I mean, combo, no one home though. Does get the shot into snipe. He's gonna jump right into Fantasy. Neither one has the right gun out, but Smalls switches to the right gun a little faster and gets a big flak onto Fantasy. Now running. I mean, now it's Ralph and Changa. They are alone, taking down Stone Cold. The Special One, double rock. I don't know what I'm fucking seeing. That was amazing. Like, both players, I just... what? What am I watching? But, I mean, Smalls going... next round, and, I mean, Smalls has been fantastic so far. Him and... I mean, it's now Fantasy and Smalls. Big combo out of Fantasy. Big damage out of Smalls here. He's trying to get Fantasy. Kills himself. Stone Cold. Last alive. And goes down. And they finally get around. I mean, Smalls and Chills both playing out of their minds right now. They have a 7-3 lead. And... gonna give Chills some love here. We haven't watched him too much. Kind of playing boringly, and at least for this round, unfortunately. But what? Okay, we've got Stone Cold and Special One in the TV3. They die almost instantaneously. I mean, we're gonna go on board with Fantasy. The comeback is beginning. It looks like maybe Fantasy after. What the? He gets the core onto Chills. Chills just decided I'd rather eat that than take no damage. Stone Cold going down, and Fantasy going for this health pack. You know it. He's going to try and take every last bit of health for his team. Goes down. And Ralph and Changa... okay, Smalls. He is absolutely... I mean, Smalls, he's gonna plus W here. He'll land a couple of snipes. Changa is beautiful patience. He's not missing. He is not missing. The man is not missing any shots right now. He is locked in, loaded. Whatever. I mean, I don't care. I don't think he's missed yet. We got off of him for like a few. He does not miss. He's the ace. He's an absolute monster. 9-4. He is single-handedly sending Upgrade to the retirement home for the Fall Elim League. Like, they're joining the rest of us in Cabo right now. They're already there. Like, they're not winning this. They're not. I mean, they didn't. 10-4. Upgrade, or not upgrade, amped up, takes the match. Smalls going nuclear on Quest. Absolutely just demolishes Upgrade. Takes their souls, takes their lives, takes their playoff existence, and punches their ticket to the finals against Pronoun. We have our finals matchup, Pronoun versus Amped Up, to be announced. Stay tuned. Stay glued to your screen. Stay glued to the Discord. Match time to be announced, and we will get in whoever is streaming it. Please tune in. Please watch them. Watch everything. Until next time, this has been a production of the UT4 Fall Elim League, hosted by UTPugs. Have it easy. A great rest of your weekend. Goodbye.